Hey guys, welcome back to another RPG series. I am Rean the Werewolf, and welcome to Trials of Cold Steel 2. Oh my god, I am like over halfway through this game. Now, I usually tend to make these like a first impressions kind of thing, a first like a first look. But this game is so good. I have a hard time putting this game down. It is almost as good as Persona 5, and I will go into detail of why I really love this type of video game, why I like this series. Well, let's take a look at the options. BGM settings, sound effects, voice, camera, trigger stuff, if you want to set up shortcuts for certain menu options. And it has a launch menu if you're playing it on PC. I think this is also on the PS4 and I think the Vita. Anyway, but I decided to look online for a clear game save because I wanted to experience all of the game that has to offer. The bonding events, which is events that you play out with your characters, with your characters that you have in battle. Some of the characters are personal, some are romantic, some are just like little tidbits, and I wanted to know them all. I wanted to see them all. I didn't get a chance to do it the first time around for the first game, so I looked up a game save that has save clear data that somebody can upload on the PC, and I ended up doing that. And yeah, so one of the things that I really like about this game is not only in the series that it has new game pluses where you can unlock special stuff and new playthroughs. It also has continue game pluses for new ones in the game series. Much like how Suikoden, the reason why I got into Suikoden was the first one had a save file that you can upload information from the first game to the second game. This game is just like that. Whatever data that you had from the first game can be transferred to the second game that has a little small tidbit of story and some unlocks, which I wish they would have done more with that, because it is one of the things that I really like the most when it comes to games like this, games in a series like this. It should have had you unlock more, had a little bit more story depth when it pertains to certain choices that you went through in the first game. Oh, but this is the choice that I made in the first game. I was definitely sure I made the right one when concerning building a relationship with a certain type of character, in this game. But the second one, the second game has me questioning myself. Because as you can see in the main menu right here, you have the main character, which is right there in the middle between those two girls. And like, I'm torn between those two girls, because you can start building a relationship, a romantic relationship with some of the female characters in this game. Now, the game points you towards Elise. The whole series points you towards Elise being the favorite. When I went with Laura, which is the one with the blue hair. And I'm kind of torn because the relationship between the main character and the blonde one is getting deep. Getting really deep. While the other ones, like Laura and the blue hair, and then you got Fee right there with the white hair, white short hair, and then you got Emma, which is the purple hair right there on the end too. They usually only talk about one thing, and it's like eating me up inside. I'm like, stop talking about that one thing. I get it. I want more depth in your character story. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and I'll get more into that as I'm talking through the game. And let's see, we got memories, which allows you to see movies, bonding events. Let's see, this save file had originally Emma as the last bonding event. The one that I like uploaded so I can have slave data file, blah 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 blah. Let's see, backstory. You can witness Trials of Cold Steel, the first game. The summary of that if you have not played it. Let's see what else. Let's go ahead and load the game. I am right here. Now, I wanted to upload this game a little bit more in depth in the story because, of course, it unlocks more. And playing it the first hour is kind of like, it has yet to get to the meat of the bones of the situation. Let's see. Right now, I'm on Act 2, Part 3 of the game. Right now, we currently have our own airship. And Toa, which is the student council president, is the captain of it for right now. We're allowed to choose a destination anywhere we need to. In eastern Erebonia, we can't access the western part of Erebonia. And we could also organize our party. For right now, we're in the story part where we have to have Fee in our party. And the main character, of course. Now, a couple other little tidbits, little extra stuff. Go here. We can check our requests. I've already done those and reported them in. We can change the flight animation. I have it turned off because it's not really necessary. We could change Toa's costume if we have stuff unlocked for her. And Toa's accessories if we have stuff unlocked for that too. Let's see, we can access parts of the ship, and we can go recruiting other Thor's Academy student members throughout the game once we get our airship, which happens at the end of Act 1, Part 3, beginning of Part 2, Act 1. There's an intermission act in between this, and that is a really good scene. That is a really good act to be into. We are on the enemy ship, and we have to escape the clutches of that enemy ship. That intermission act is pretty cool. There's all kinds of like little things in here. There's trial chest that has you team up with certain members, as you can very well see. Alicia and Milliam have to team up to take on a monster to unlock their overdrive, which is basically like another step within the battle system. Yeah, let me go ahead and run you through all that. Let's see. AP and ranks, bonding events, we already know about that. Quick travel menu, party order 1 and 2. Links, weapon customization, cooking, fishing, curios. Oh, there's snowboarding in the game. A new track. Well, there's only 2 tracks, but there's multiple. There's more than one path to take, and this is like a little competition where you get like extra little items if you come in first place. But every act unlocks a new course, pretty much. And then we got the Courageous, which is the ship that we're on now. Oh, we got our own motorcycle too that we can customize. I'm gonna ride this motorcycle, Orbital Bike. It takes the place of a horse, but we can also ride horses too. We can also customize our orbital bike, just in case if we have any accessories to go with that, which unlock later on through the game, of course, as you're playing through it. Let's see. The Reverie Corridor, I haven't gotten to this point, but apparently there are items in the game that lets you change characters into other characters, I think. Like, the save had it unlocked, had a couple items. The Black Rabbit's Mirror. I assume that if you equip this on Millium, it transforms her appearance to look like the villain that is much like her in the game. Which, let me go ahead and see if I can find you the character that looks like that. Because I fought them already, but where did I fight them at? I fought them at the Watchtower. There we go. The Black Rabbit. Which is cool. Let's see. We got student info. We got the characters that we can recruit onto the ship that do like little things. Some of them have abilities that you can end up doing, and I'll go through them as I walk through the ship. But apparently we're missing a little bit more. Not by much, though. Not much. Let's see. This is, of course, the bestiary. And we have so far scanned almost every single creature that we come across. Yep. And, of course, we got our class members. Yeah, they really are pushing the relationship between your main character and Elisa. I'm torn because so much in common with Laura, but she still talks about her same stuff. About how she wants to be like a swordsman. But then she has like these cute little moments where she's trying to learn how to cook, and she's trying to learn how to do lady stuff. There's this one bonding event in Ruhr that your character goes on with her, and she's in an appliance shop, and she's trying to learn what the appliances do, like the vacuum cleaner and the washing machine, and the moment she touches the thing, it starts breaking down and malfunctioning. Let's see, right here. She isn't very used to working with machines and has a habit of pressing the wrong buttons and breaking things. But Elisa had a moment when they were kids, and they didn't realize it until you witness a couple of their bonding events together. Oh man, I'm torn. I kind of want to go for Elisa now. Kind of do. Let's see. We also get Instructor Sarah as a character too. Ooh, yeah. She's no longer a side character. She's kind of like a permanent character in the game. Also, in the beginning of the game, when you first start out in the first couple of acts, you also get side characters. Like, let's see. Toval joins you at the beginning of the game, and he can go with you on an adventure, and you can have him in your party for Act 1. Then you can have then Captain Claire unlocks. You can have her in Chapter 2 if you want to. And then Sharon unlocks, and you can have her in pretty much Chapter 3. But they all go away once you pass the intermission chapter. But at least you have these three characters when joining you in the first bit. Then you see you can have Elisa, but she's only in that first prologue chapter. Your main character sister, Princess Alphen, she's in the intermission chapter, and you can have her in your party, and she's pretty much a big magic caster. She's pretty neat to have around in that intermission chapter that you have between you and her. I kind of almost want to romance the princess too, because it's so good. Oh, it's so good. The exchange between her and the main character is is amazing. I really like their bond. I really like their story. Then of course you have recipes. And as you can see, different results unlock depending on who you have cook. As you can see right there at the bottom, let's say we go for seafood platif. The ones with the crown allow you to make the golden ones. And some of this stuff is really good to unlock too. I need 3 more recipes though. 3 more. Fishing is back in the game. Still the same kind of boring old fishing there is, but it allows you to unlock like certain materia that you don't get anywhere else. And then you have, of course, books. You have the normal book and the one that you can buy, and this is the rare book that you have to actually find and search the chapters for. And then you got the save game file afterwards. Once you clear the game, you're allowed to unlock these books. These books, I hear, open up a certain dungeon at the close to the end of the game, and I'm missing one. I haven't reached that point yet. Voice log, let's see, combat. New different combat elements have unlocked as well. Let's see. You can switch during battle. That was there to begin with. Abnormal statuses. There's more abnormal statuses than before. Battle evaluation. Oh, this is stuff that you can get bonus XP for if you use it. AT bonuses. Awakener's Call. You could summon Valimar in your battle for at least 3 turns, but I recommend having full CP, which is craft points, in order to use it, because he takes EP when joining in, but if you don't have like high CP, you can't use his special abilities. Spirit Unification. This character, your main character, has like something bestial, something mixed in with him that allows him to go into rage. And you see like a scene or two in the first game, and there's a scene or two in the second game, but this ability is unlocked during the intermission chapter, and he has full control of himself, and he is super overpowered. And if you allocate him right when it comes to the materia, you can pretty much take out big bosses with ease. I have yet to come into terms with this part of the battle system, but it was unlocked because of the clear save blah blah blah. I'm talking too much. Seer Clay Fighter. Let's see, the Master Quartz, the normal quartz, for upgrading slots. X Orbs and Lost Arts are new additions to this game. X Orbs are stuff that you can equip on Valimar. I wish this system was a little bit more flushed out, because as you can see in this little picture of the orbs that you can create, there's not much to go on. And as you can see on the other side picture, you're only allowed to equip 3. I wish it was a little bit more involved, a little bit more in depth. See, this game is so close to being perfect, but the one thing it lacks is the detail. If they put more into the stuff that they already have, to me it would be a 10 out of 10. But this is still a fantastic game, and has reached up into my top 5, and further knocking the powerhouse that was once Final Fantasy down another slide. Because we have Suikoden, we have Persona, we have the Tales series, we have this series, the Legend of Heroes series. It's just knocking down Final Fantasy. And if they took any of those things that are in my top 5 and just put it in it, Final Fantasy would be able to come back on. They need somebody like me fucking giving them ideas like shit. Lost Arts, which is super overpowered. I haven't used one yet. I haven't got to that point where I should use one, though I really need to. But the thing about it is, it uses all of your magic points. So it's basically a big one-shot. I don't know how much damage it would do. But these unlock after defeating big creatures like this. As you can see, they're level 100s, over level 100. And they're really hard to take down unless you allocate, like I said, your main character correctly. And I think there's 5 of them in the game that allows you to have one of those quartz. Yep. There's 5 cryptids in the game that drop one of these. The reason why I have multiple ones is because, of course, this is a cleared save game data file. So I got 2. And I have 1, 2 on some other characters in their ornaments. So this one, yep, this one. And where's the other one? I thought I put it on her. No, I put it on him? Why does he have it? It was supposed to go to Emma. It's supposed to go to her. Because she's the master magic caster in the group. Let's see. Like I said, if you allocate your main character right and use a spirit unification like I show you. I have right now the Master Quartz Taurus equipped onto him. And as you can see, damage of attacks and crafts are raised by damage increased by 125%. That is the big point. Once you combine that with his ogre ability, which grants him more increased strength, and then if you have somebody else pump him with like something else powerful, oh, he hits hard, and it pretty much two shots the big guy, the big enemies right here. If you especially okay, especially if you have let's see, domination equipped. Your first attack craft used in battle deals ×2 damage. You can really mess some stuff up if you know what you're doing. That's why I like the system. It allows you to have different combinations for different things, and it's really good. It's really cool. Let's see. Then we got the equip system, and there's costumes in the game, of course. You have some from the previous game, like the casuals, and then the stage outfit was in the previous game. If you unlock that, pajamas. This is a DLC paid microtransaction costume from a previous game. Trials in the Sky, Joshua's outfit. Then Elise has one too. She's the only other one that has a special suit like this. Trials in the Sky from Estelle. If you've seen my RPG episode on that. So that's why it pretty much wants you to like pair those two together. As you can very well tell, it's forcing you together. You get new or upgraded versions of your previous crafts. Like originally it was Autumn Leaf Cutter, now it's True Autumn Leaf Cover. Let's see, Gale XL, True Arc Slash, Flame Dragon, Spirit Unification, and then they get another S-Break. Some of them do. He has unlocked his second one, which allows him to heal. This is 100% confused on enemies. Galactic Cannon. Radiant Arc. Twin Cyclones. Yeah. They still have like 1 or 2 to unlock more. It's because the max level, I believe, in this game hits up to level 200. As you can see, the links now go up to 7 instead of 5 from the first game. And they have upgraded stuff. Almighty Blow when linked with Fee. Overdrive +2. Let's see, she gets Fury, which sometimes restores 75% of her own CP when her partner is attacked. That's good. Really good. Fee has Lethal Assist, attacks to deal damage +1 × 5, cause 3 turns of speed minus 50% on the enemy. Auto Tier, sometimes heal 40% of the partner's HP when they are attacked. That's 20. He has art support, increases the power of partner's offensive arts by 1.5. Was that one 1.2? Anger. Cheer sometimes encourages the partner when they're attacked, recovers 10% HP and restores 20 CP. Revenge sometimes counterattacks the foe when the partner is attacked, deal 1 point damage. Cheer +2. Auto Charge sometimes restores 200 of the partner's EP after they use arts. Oh wow, he's good to have when linked with Emma or Elliot. She has Auto Cura, sometimes heal the partner and cures status and stat down when they are attacked. And Protective Wall sometimes defends the partner from attack, decreasing damage by 90%. Of course, we got our tactics menu. I don't know why he's not in the center. But let's go ahead and explore the Courageous while we're at it. I know I usually go through gameplay when it comes to this game, when it comes to my normal RPG series. But like I said, we're not going to do that. We're going to just explore a little bit. Alright, we're now at the bottom of our airship. This is the Orbital Shop. We have Angelica back again. Let's see, we can create quartz if we so need to, if we're lacking in some. And it doesn't appear like we are. We can unlock slots. Slots have multiple unlocks that allow you to equip rarer stuff. Like, for instance, if I didn't have those 2 notches, I would only be able to equip quartz or materia with no notches at all. And then once I unlock 1, I would be able to use the even rarer ones that give a little bit of stat buffs when it comes to the materia. These are upgraded versions of the normal ones. And then when I have 2 notches, I can use the super rare ones that have not only stat bonuses, but also they're special. Rare have different abilities or multiple spells. And that costs a lot of serif. A lot of sef. Whatever that currency is called. And then, of course, we can equip different covers for our Arcus units. I pretty much stuck to the same ones that I had previously, with the exception of the teacher. She has the red version. Let's see what else. Customize weapons. We can upgrade different types of weapons in order to make them stronger. With, of course, U material, which is extremely useful in this game, and you will be needing a lot of it. Especially if you want to have upgraded versions of the materia. And then he has his own shop where you can just buy mana potions, master quartz, which he only seems to be selling 2, and I'm like over half of the game, but there was a lot of chests in the game that has master quartz that you can unlock. Alright, we'll leave that. Nothing Angelica does. Anything else around? Alright, once we start recruiting members from the other students, this one allows us to craft X-orbs. And it takes U materia and spell materia pretty much. But I have them all. Lowest one is 1, 5, and then 15. And then we can insert the power of the materia into them. Sadly, we can't make multiples of the powerful ones. Increases Valimar strength by 1,000, by 500, speed by 20. Let's see, speed by 10, speed by 5, a shield orb, defense by 1,000, 500, 250, and HP by 30,000, 15,000, 7,500. Like I said, I wish it was a little bit more in depth when it came to Valimar. We're right now on the hunt of trying to get him a better weapon so we could use him to his fullest potential. It's sad that he doesn't have his own, like, menu part in this. Like, I can't see what abilities that I can use when it comes to him. But, let's see if it's in the battle menu. Combat. Ornaments, no. Combat links. Oh, there's the overdrive. No, it doesn't have his generalization when concerning fighting, but when you're in Valimar and when you're fighting other enemies, one of your allies, one of your NPC friends and the party member can link up with Valimar too and allow you to use certain abilities that are attached to them as well. They're basically like secondary contractors that give Valimar another ability and another turn when concerning fights in battle. Like she will end up boosting up his strength. Let's see. Elliot will allow him to use a healing ability, healing over time. Milliam will allow him to have a shield that prevents physical damage, nullifies it. And then they can also use their ability to charge his health and charge his mana, but that will eat up one of their turns. So this adds another element when it concerns fighting inside of Valimar. Then we got the Orbital Bike, which is right here. We can customize it by adding or not adding the sidecar. And whoever you're linked to when it concerns the main menu rides into the sidecar, from what I can tell. Then we have different coloring. I'm fond of the red. Elisa, Fee, Toa. I'm missing 2 more. Yeah, red is my favorite. Alright, that is the bottom. Let's go to the kitchen. This is the 2nd floor. Let's see what we got. We got ourselves a game room where some of the NPCs like to play, and we got ourselves a vending machine that we can buy a couple of little items from. And then we can play Blade with some of our characters, and it's the 2nd iteration. This also raises their bonding points, so you can use this at least 5 times during the chapter once you get on the ship. So let's play Fee.
Let the battle begin.
There's also new cards added onto this game. Blast and
we draw here, right?
double or something like that.
I'm first.
Alright, 5, 7. We can never ever use a card that will be lower than the total. So we have to always one-up the person across from us.
Force.
Oh, doubled it. We definitely got to get rid of that force.
Ouch.
And we got to get rid of these 2s. Let's see, blast. Let's go ahead and use our blast.
Ouch.
Now we pick a random card. Let's go ahead and pick that one. Alright, we got rid of one of their bolts. And then we still choose.
Take this.
Let's go ahead and use our mirror.
Crap. Guess we'd better draw again.
Oh, she tied me.
You're first, I guess.
This is the part I hate.
Looks like I win.
Oh. I was saving that 1 just in case if they use bold on me. Let's play Gaius.
Shall we begin? Go ahead and draw.
We don't
You
have.
should go first.
Let me go ahead and get rid of that. And get rid of that too. Let's use a mid card.
I hate to do this.
I knew that was coming.
I hate to do this, but...
Alright, now we gotta use our power card.
well played. I lost, but I had a lot of fun.
Nice! Yep. We also unlock different colored snowboards in the game. Only a maximum of 5, so we have all of them unlocked thanks to this clear data file. See what we got here. We have the medical unit, which we don't have anybody staffed here yet, so we don't know what it completely does yet. What else? We got a kitchen. We have a character that unlocks the ability to shop, so we're allowed to buy ingredients on our ship. And the special curry is really good. This one is good too. Let's see, then does he do it? Yeah, we can exchange angler points with him. Again, that allows us to have access to this rare material right here, these 2. But we can only buy 1. And different color, different badges. Then we got a gambler. Let's see, ask for status update. We won the gold prize. Let's go with the big one again. I don't think... Oh, yeah. If we give her all of our peculiar dishes, we will eventually unlock a materia that she will give to us. But since we're missing 3 recipes, we can't do that right now. This is the books. We give our black books to him, and he will end up translating them the best way he can. And then we can access all kinds of information here if we need to. Does she do anything? And she allows us to buy the Imperial Chronicles and recipes if we end up missing them or anything like that. We have this room unlocked, computer room. Oh, we haven't talked to him yet. That makes sense for you. Okay. I use the program to write. These strengths I figured best. The monsters around here are more deadlier than average, so more use. That's the idea. I'll take care of it myself. Actually, might need your help with one thing: getting the information to be put in there. So, but if you stop by and show me your monster guy once in a while, I'll transfer the data to the database. Okay. What does this do? Show monster guide. Combat data is really coming along. 9 U materia as a reward. Find any monsters. Huh. So we give him data and he gives us U materia. Now this guy is also a shop. He allows us to buy different peculiar dishes. So I guess that's another little way we can earn U materia. Alright. Let's go up to the shop. Alright, we got ourselves a rest area right here, so we can sleep if we need to. Storage area, which I don't know what this is used for yet. Maybe it might be used for something else. And here we got our weapon shop. Allows us, of course, to buy weapons. I don't know what this will unlock yet. And then we have a trade shop right here, which this is where the U material comes in very handy. Let's see, curios. Trade allows us to, you know, get different types of colorings when it comes to, like, there's the snowboards, there's stuff for the motorcycle, and we got equipment. As you can very well see, U materia is pretty much used for everything here. And this is what I mostly spent it on these status effects. Yeah, petrify enemies, poison them, defense down. And it takes 10 U materia each time to do it, as well as 1 of the materia to do it in the first place. And then the upgraded versions of certain spells, which I have yet to acquire them all. I'm working towards getting it. Slowly, but they all have like little stat bonuses that the lower ones don't. And then I just unlock this shop, This shop has more accessories, more powerful accessories. That cost a lot of money. Then we can go outside the ship if we need to. It doesn't really do much. Yep. Our airship. Then we go into the conference and trading room. Here's the princess's room, which is the one that gives us the medals when concerning our character. Right now I only have one. I think I can get two now. Yep, I fought all 5 of those cryptids. I can have another one unlocked. Medal of Strength. All we're missing now is the Medal of Love. An award granted to those who have demonstrated a love for their fellow human beings and showing and earning the trust and understanding of many people. Alright, what do we got here? The conference room, which they gather in for missions or big storyline plots. Then we got training room, which this is one of the good ways of acquiring new materia, is to fight these things. But there's like 3 different levels. This one, of course, is the hardest because it requires you to do something that is not usual that you would do. Where is it? Right here. Yeah, I have now unlocked the magic one and I completed that one. But yeah, fighting those lets you drop U materia. So it's best to take on the second one because that's a little bit more easier to deal with, but also you don't have to do the odd requirement in order to beat that particular type of level. So there's one for melee, one for range, and one for magic. Magic is the hardest one. It took me a second try in order to get that to finish. And then of course we got the bridge. And let's go to Ymir.
Leave it to me.
Now, for the first half of the game, your main base is pretty much your hometown. And I would advise, after big major acts or anything that lowers your CP, your craft points, you come in here and rest with your characters, and your CP will eventually go up, which allows you to use your special abilities. Now this is the one, the foot bath is the gradual one. It'll go up over time. Or you can use the main hot spring bath, which is up here. And it restores it all at once. On the PC version, if you see me going fast, that's because there's a turbo button that you can unlock through the launcher when going through Steam. So I can speed right on through this. I can speed throughout conversations, throughout scenes, just in case if I replayed them enough. Let me go ahead and take you on a snowboarding course. Now this one was the most recent. Let me go show you the easy one, the first one that you go through. Get you a feel for it. And we go down here. We have to capture all the flags, avoid the obstacles in the way, and we have to be fast. Well, that was slightly better than my last time.
I did it!
Now, once you beat it the first time, you'll get an item as a reward for it, so you wouldn't have to worry about anything. And I think that's pretty much all the stuff that I will talk about this game. Now I'll talk to you about the reasons why I adore this game. Much more than most of the powerhouse RPGs. Like, Final Fantasy has been dropping substantially low over the past couple of years, and they only been going in the right direction recently because of 15. All the PR that they did, all the world building, the lore, and the story, it's what they lacked that this game excels in. Like, say for instance, this game reminds me a lot about the Persona games. It allows you to bond with your fellow NPC characters, and they have independent little storylines. I love that. I love building relationships between the characters. If there's a romantic option, I love that too. I love the clear save game file data. I love the continuation file data for more in the series. I love all of that. Final Fantasy lacks that. The combat system does need a little bit more work. So each of the little RPGs that I like, all of them are really close to being perfect. But they're all missing an integral part of each other. Of each different type of system. If they would add more onto that, they would be fantastic and mind-blowing. Final Fantasy has the graphics, it has the world building, it has the story, it has the lore, it has the universe. This game lacks that kind of in a way. See, this is a town. The town's not really that big. I want places with a lot more liveliness when it comes to towns. This game is what it lacks. It lacks more of what it already is good at. Don't get me wrong, this is by far one of the best RPGs I've ever played. And this is saying a lot from me. Persona 5, Witcher 3 is the best games that I have ever played, and this comes really close to it. Much like Horizon Zero Dawn, this gets really close to Witcher 3. This comes really close to Persona 5. It's so good. Voice acting's good. The lore, the story, it just lacks more depth into what it already has. It needs to build more into it. Oh, but it's so good. That's why I couldn't put it down. That's why I couldn't play anything else. The only other game that I played during this whole couple month period was No Man's Sky, and that's because it had the fucking update. But the first game in this game has just sucked me in. I'm having a hard time playing anything else. and I'm going to finish this while I'm on my vacation. I will try to weed out the burnout that I have for Skyrim to finish that game off while I'm on vacation. I can't make any promises, but I will try to do that, because I'm so close to the end of that and I want to move on. Skyrim has burnt me out. It's a good game, but it's dated, and I just need to move on from it. I kind of wish I almost did like a video series playthrough of this game. That's how good it is. But maybe, if I feel like coming back to it, maybe. I have clear game data files. I could probably do a second run for the first game, and a second run for this game, maybe. These games are so good. Oh. But there you have it, my thoughts, and a little bit more showing of detail of Legend of Heroes, Trials in the Sky, no, Trials of Cold Steel 2. I can't wait. I hope they're working on the localization of the third one, because it's already out in Japan. It just needs to be translated and voice acted into English. And they're working on the fourth one in Japan. It's gonna suck once I beat this game, because I know I can't play the third one, and it's gonna eat me up inside.
Right.
Yeah, like he said, right, it's gonna eat me up inside. But there you have it. I am Roaring the Werewolf. You guys stay furry, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.